You know something? I'm going to say it again. People get upset and fired up about their hockey team or about the Cowboys or about Michigan State or whatever. I get upset. I mean, I read the CPS orders where they file fake reports and are so lazy, they won't even file the report with the right kid's name in one case I covered. It was just a wrong name. They said the kid was 3. It was a newborn baby. They went and snatched it. No judge, no jury. Well, now they've introduced a bill where it's not even that. They can have your medical records. They can snatch your kid, anything. Now, this will get thrown out by the Texas Supreme Court. And they're doing this because they snatched those 400 kids. And I don't care if those were weirdos out there. They get their due process. And they had to release them. Remember with the Mormons split off group? So they're trying this. And Kirk Watson, I remember him grabbing all that land out west of Austin and making taxpayers pay for it. They wouldn't let the people that owned it build on it, saying that because of salamanders. As soon as Kirk Watson, his little private bank out there on the edge of town, as soon as that happened, oh, we can build ranchettes on this now. Yeah, we can let select developers build stuff out there. When he was mayor of Austin, these people but they're for the earth, just like the liberals. You know, just like Margaret Sanger loves the black people. Ted Turner and David Rockefeller had a secret meeting to reduce the blacks' numbers because they love them so much. Oh, it's so liberal. You see, they can't come take your house or your kids or your land if they just come and say, I'm taking it. You'll fight back. But if they come and say, oh, you've been bad, it's for your own good, it's for the planet, you'll put up with it. I tell you, Kirk Watson makes me sick. I mean, he's the quintessential little oily fat cat. One night they were doing Beyond the Beltway up here, a nationally syndicated show out of the same studios here as they were traveling. Producer Dumont comes on after this show here on this station and others. And Watson came in and saw me and literally turned white when I was leaving. And I said, Watson, I'm not going to be mean to you. Have a nice day, Watson. You're going to hell, don't worry. I didn't say that to him. But, you know, I'm a professional guy. I just can't get up here and think about him snatching people's kids without due process. And to know, you know, literally, I scan the news 4, 5, 6 hours sometimes. Sometimes I get addicted and might scan for 5, 6 hours at a time, you know, at night alone. But every day, 4 or 5 hours, you know, split up in the morning and at lunch and at night. And every day I see articles in Austin where I live where it'll say, oh, a mother arrested for child abuse. And I go, it's not going to be a mother. 5 paragraphs in. In fact, I'll be sitting there at the breakfast table reading the paper, and I'll say to my wife, watch this. It says a mother put her kid in a hot tub and boiled its skin off. It's going to be a foster parent. It'll say parent arrest, because they don't want to say, they want to put the propaganda on the idea of parents. They play little semantical games, and then I'll open the next page, and I'll say, oh, I'm right. How many times have you seen me do that at the office, Paul? I know how they operate. And it'll say, oh, the foster parent. Some lazy PhD. They're always a PhD. They couldn't get a regular job. They're lazy. You know, they don't contribute to society. They just go out and they warehouse 4 or 5 kids at their house, and they make money off of them. And when they're bad, they put them in boiling water. They probably took the kid because the kid had a bruise on their leg. And now they're going to go in some boiling water. Now they're going to get their teeth pulled out. I mean, how many courts have ruled that the state can keep kids in cages? I always hear a repairman saw the kids living in cages, but the state has ruled that the foster parent can keep the children in cages. They just can't do it more than 14 hours a day. You can go read those cases. You think I'm joking? I have the Buffalo News. Here it is. And I had the London Guardian. Same day this came out, Thursday. And it says, oh, the police can taser you to make you answer questions or to give DNA. So Art Acevedo now out at these warrantless checkpoints where they have these blank warrants signed by judges without true probable cause. Some states just do it without warrants, like Indiana does it without even the fake warrant. Now, if you don't roll up your sleeve when they take blood in the dark of the night, in one of these RVs they have, they're just going to taser you. I remember in Miami about 4 years ago where they started tasering people who wouldn't give urine samples, chaining them down and tasering them and saying, oh, yes, pain compliance. That's called torture. Legalized torture in America. And they tell you torturing people with waterboarding or raping their kids in front of them, the Army's own report. The Army admits they rape kids in front of their parents, and they say that isn't torture. Oh, don't believe me? Just Google Army report Abu Ghraib raping children. You'll have MSNBC, and you'll have New Yorker Magazine. In fact, they don't believe me. Guys, right now, I want to read the headlines. I didn't print them. Google Army report children raped. And give me the MSNBC New Yorker Magazine. because I know you're cowardly, some of you out there, and you want to deny what's going on. Or maybe you're saying, I'm the extremist. How dare you not want to rape children, Alex? How dare you not want the government to be kidnapping children and taking them to government rape rooms with big fat pedophiles that have their way with them? Where do you think the pedophiles go? They go become truancy officers and CPS people. You know about the Texas Youth Commission? The media focused on the cockfighting, human cockfighting, with kids beating each other to death? No. They were pimping little kids out. That's what the Texas Rangers tried to stop. But no, they weren't allowed to, because it was judges making the money off the pimping the kids. You're evil. And let me tell you, I get angry about real issues. I haven't been gelded. I haven't been lobotomized. I haven't had my manhood taken. I haven't had my soul taken where I don't recognize evil. You go yell and scream about your stupid, fake manhood sports. I'll yell and scream with what my manhood was meant for, to fight tyranny. See how that's a false expression? They make you use up your manhood on fake baloney. And it'd be fine if we weren't going to hell in a handbasket to spend your time enjoying sports. I'm not saying that, but when you get upset about it and cry and yell, then you're the first ones to tell me I'm weird because I think this is bad. Ruling allows taser use to get DNA, may be nation's first. Actually, I Googled it. It's not the nation's first. And it says it's legally permissible for police to zap a suspect with a taser to obtain DNA samples as long as it's not done maliciously or to an excessive extent or with resulting injury. So that ruling's a lie, saying it doesn't injure you, it doesn't hurt you. That's torture! That's torture! Oh, you won't pee in a cup? I'm going to chain you down and electrocute you. And I'm the extremist because I'm saying that's wrong. I got another one here. Chip encourages residents to report out-of-state license plates. I've got stacks of these. I've got like 50 of these. I haven't even covered 30, 40, 50, I don't know, a huge stack of articles. And again, it's always petty things. Oh, report child abuse. Oh, report out-of-state plates if your neighbor hadn't changed them. They're a scofflaw. We're not able to scan and read those here locally. Go ahead and report your neighbor. Report your neighbor for pot. Report your neighbor for this. Report your neighbor for that. Every day I see articles where carpet cleaners or realtors are in people's houses and see gun cases and call the cops on them like guns are illegal because they teach these morons that on the nightly news. Guns aren't illegal, you stupid, cowardly, chicken neck pieces of filth. Don't you understand you're going to have everything taken from you by these offshore banks because you've turned into domesticated, foolish scum? Oh, I'm sick of tyranny. I want to defeat the New World Order. CHP encourages residents to report out-of-state license plates. The California Highway Patrol is out to catch cheaters. Oh. How about yourselves? The CHP is asking people to report those who drive around with out-of-state license plates. The program is called Californians Help Eliminate All the Evasive Registration Scofflaws or Cheaters. And again, the cops could pull people over with out-of-state plates. It's about they always make the most basic thing illegal or the perception of illegal. It's like when they tell cops, if you pull somebody over and they've got a road almanac, they're probably a terrorist. Or if they got a Ron Paul sticker, they're probably a terrorist. Because, see, if they can sell you to start looking when you're in people's houses. By the way, you know most carpet cleaner companies and people make more money off tattling on you than they do off cleaning your carpets. You know most carpet cleaning companies, big ones, just lose money. The money is in the tattling and scoping your house because the company ends up getting about 20% or any fines or fees or payoffs. That's on record. And then they give a little goodie to their little spy. So while you're out of the room and the carpet cleaner's in there cleaning and the plumber's in there, he's digging around through everything you got. This country's like the Soviet Union. And again, I'm the weirdo because I don't like it. See, you got a problem. We were all taught that was the Soviet Union, that was Nazi Germany. But see, now we're being taught it's good. No, it isn't good. It's degenerate. Unbelievable. Look at all these other articles I've got. I mean, they just get more and more hardcore, more and more incredible. I mean, look at this article I didn't even get to. Obama's elite agenda, black abortion for profit. Margaret Sanger, founder of Planned Parenthood, wrote to her financial sponsor, Clarence Gamble, the Procter & Gamble heir. We should hire 3 or 4 colored ministers, preferably with social service backgrounds and with engaging personalities. The most successful educational approach to the Negro is through a religious appeal. We don't want the word to get out that we want to exterminate the Negro population, and the minister is the man who can strengthen and straighten out the idea if it ever occurs to any of the more rebellious members, speaking about teaching them to have abortions. Speaking before the Rockefeller-sponsored Planned Parenthood Action Fund banquet, July 17, 2007, candidate Barack Obama made his public announcement that his first act as president would be signing the FOCA Freedom of Choice Act. The Freedom of Choice Act amounts to a deregulation of the abortion industry and provides free, federally funded abortions on demand, where 10-year-olds don't have to tell their parents in the public schools. Got to get a permission slip to go to the zoo with the school, but not to be injected or not to have your baby ripped out of you. Obama is then color minister with social service background and engaging personality, Sanger envisioned. It goes on. I'm out of time. Sorry I didn't get to all your other calls. Be back live during the week. Infowars.com, prisonplanet.com are the websites. Get out there and warn everybody you know. Get the Obama deception and endgame out to everybody and never give up. Get your humanity back. Yeah!